Now we are going to cut some tube, excess tube, and this tube is connected to the condenser. So the condenser coil of this freezer is laid into the body of the freezer for heat exchange. Very efficient. I'm going to use a long nose plier to swaging the tube. Make sure it's clean. Uh, it is faster for me to use the long nose plier to swage this tube. We can use flaring tools, but I prefer the long nose plier. Now it's done. Bend it, bend it a little and pre-connect the tube. Now the other side is the suction line. This suction tube is connected to the evaporator. And we need to cut some pieces. Now it's cut. The other tube, the suction tube from the compressor is already played, so we just connect it. Okay, I'm adjusting the tube. Make some tension to forcefully connect the tube together and they make contact, so bracing will be easier. Now we are doing the bracing. Make the tubing red hot so that the copper rod will brace by itself, will spread to the tube without any problem. Now we're going to brace the condenser tube. It's also the out discharge of the compressor. I'm using a long nose plier to make some tension so that when the copper rod melts, it will connect easily. Automatically, they will connect. Okay, it's connected. Cool it down using a wet towel. To avoid burning yourself, that's why you have a glove and some protection in your arm. Now I'm using Stay-Selb, made in USA. Now we are ready to connect the filter dryer. The tube in the freezer is made of iron and filter dryer is copper, so we need special plugs to bond them together, because without it, it will be hard to connect them or bond them, brace them without leaking. So with the special plugs, we can assure that they will connect properly. Make sure the iron is cleaned before we brace the filter dryer. So I'm using copper brush. Now we are ready to brace the filter dryer to the iron tube. This is one coming from the condenser output. Now we are going to put some wet towel to the filter dryer and wraps it around, so we will avoid overheating the filter dryer and not oxidizing the elements inside, which absorbing the moisture in the system and preventing the dirt, dirt and dust circulating to the circuit system. Now we're ready to brace it, just using a little bit of flux. Okay, pull down the filter dryer. Add some water to the towel and rub the filter dryer with it. So we will protect the filter dryer from oxidizing the element inside. Now use the inspecting mirror to check. I think we need more bracing at the back. Okay, we'll just brace it a little by just making the tip of the filter dryer red hot and melt the copper rod and close the leaking section. Now we're using at the same time the inspecting mirror. Now it's okay. Cool it down again. Okay. Now we need to put the capillary. Here the hole is not black, so we need to clean a little. It's good, not black, because if it's black you need to cut, but if not, just clean. Make it make sure no dirt in the tip of the capillary, so that the liquid refrigerant can go and pass through here without any problem. So it's clean now. I'm going to put it here. Now we are ready to insert the capillary tube to the filter dryer. Adjust the filter dryer a little, then insert the capillary tube, push it until you reach the inside of the filter dryer, then pull back a little. Okay, just pull back a little. Okay, ready for bracing, but first put the wet towel to the filter dryer. Now we are ready for bracing. Just make the tip of the filter dryer and make it red hot and the capillary tube, and melt the copper rod, and it will spread automatically and close the system. Okay, it's done. At first check, cool it down. Use an inspecting mirror to check the bracing if it's okay. Check all sides. Now it's good. is the place where we put the cooling pan for compressor. Now this is the electronic starting kit. This hole is connected to the running terminal of the compressor, and the other side is connected to this one. This right side hole is connected to the starting winding of the compressor, starting terminal of the compressor. Now we are going to check the value. This is a PTC, so we're going to check the resistance. This one have a range of 15 to 35 ohms. Just insert the test probe. Okay, adjust the kilometer to range ohms. Check it. Okay, now it's 18.3 ohms, so this one is good. Electronic start. This is in good condition. So this is the running capacitor.